Hello everyone, my name is Jane and welcome to my August TBR. So today I'm going to play my TBR game for August and basically decide what I'm going to read in August, which is very exciting. Like every month, I'm getting super excited for the monthly TBR game, but this time the video is going to be shorter, and that's because this month I'm not going to participate in any readathons, which isn't happening a lot because almost in every month I'm participating in something, and also in August there is the tropical readathon, which I usually participate in. But if you're not new to my channel, you know that for the past few months I've been in a really bad reading slump, and because I'm still trying to get back into reading, and because I'm still not reading a lot every month, and I just don't want to be nervous for any readathon in August, I feel like it will be the best for me and for my reading slump to do a month without any readathons. So basically today I'm going to play my TBR game, the TBR of Colors, and that's it, like without any readathons. Now a quick recap of the rules. I have a wheel of colors, I'm spinning it 5 times, and if I land on a color, I need to choose a book with this color on the cover, and if I land on something else, it's probably a prompt or something like this. I will explain it once I will land on it. I will link the full playlist in the video description and my January TBR, which is the video with the full rules for this TBR game. And yes, I think that let's just start and let's go for my TBR of colors. Okay, so before we start, I want to mention that usually I have the rainbow slice in my wheel, and basically it means that if I land on the slice, I need to spin another time, but like last month, I'm not going to do another spin this month, so I'm just removing this slice. And yes, I'm using this app for the wheel, and I think that let's just start. Okay, let's see what I'm going to get this time. Let's go for the first spin. Okay, yellow is the first spin. Okay, so for the first prompt, I need a yellow book, and I'm going to choose a book that I'm planning to read on audiobook, and this is Carrie Soto is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Now, basically, there is, I think, a pink cover, but there is also a very yellowish, goldish cover, so obviously it can count. And basically, this is Taylor Jenkins Reid's newest release. I think it's been released in the beginning of August, if I'm not wrong. Oh wow, okay, it's actually been released in the end of August, but that's okay. Basically, I read 2 books by Taylor Jenkins Reid in the past. Evelyn Hugo I loved, Daisy Jones I hated, so I'm not sure what to think. But in this book, we are basically following a tennis player that retired after she got a really high score in something, but now her score is getting beaten by another tennis player, so she is basically going back to tennis to try to beat the record back and to get the record to be on her name again. And basically it just sounds like a really good book, and I'm really excited to check more by Taylor Jenkins Reid, so I think it's a really good pick for yellow. I removed yellow because I'm removing the colors, so I won't get them twice. Let's go for the second spin. Yeah, I like pink. Okay, so for pink, I'm going to choose a book that I unboxed only today. I got a gift from Charlotte for my birthday. This book, A Taste for Love by Jennifer Yen, is one of the books that were in the package. So first of all, Charlotte, thank you so much, because I'm just so excited to read it. But like you can see, obviously the whole cover is pink, so it's definitely a pink book. And basically this story sounds so cute because we are following a teenager that her mother owns a bakery. Also she and also her mother really love to bake, and her mother is doing some kind of competition in the bakery, and she asking her daughter to help her in the competition. But then the main character of the story finds out that her mother made this whole competition only for young Asian men to basically find a match for her daughter. So the main character of the story gets into a bachelorette situation where she has a lot of men that her mother is trying to match them to her. So it just sounds like such a cute and fun story, and just something that is going to be so fun to read in the summer. And yes, I'm just so excited for this book, and Charlotte, thank you so much again for the gift. This is definitely a very good birthday gift, and I'm really excited to get into it. Okay, now let's go for the third spin. I actually forgot to remove pink, which is my mistake, but what I got is a random prompt. Okay, so like you can see here, I have a random prompt, so I'm just going to spin this wheel and let's go. Okay, so what I got is a character on the cover. So basically I need to choose a cover with some kind of person or character on the cover. Okay, so for character on the cover, I have another pink book, and this is My Killer Vacation by Tessa Bailey. Now, basically I read a few books by Tessa Bailey, and I really love her writing. Like, her writing is so good, so realistic. I really love her characters, and this is her newest release. And first of all, this cover is gorgeous. Like, initially there was another cover for this book, but I'm so satisfied from the final cover. It just looks so amazing, and I really love the styling. And like we can see, we have two characters on the cover that are hugging with each other, but it definitely counts. And basically this book is some kind of romance that is also a mystery thriller. We are following some kind of woman that is going to a vacation, but then she finds a dead man in a room or something like this, and the man is supposed to be some kind of hunter. So together they are trying to solve the murder that happened, and it just sounds so good. And yes, I love Tessa Bailey books. I definitely want to check her newest release, and I'm super excited to get to it. Okay, let's go for the fourth spin. Wow, I got a random prompt again, which is nice. Okay, let's spin again. Okay, I really love this prompt because basically I need to choose a book that has some kind of vibes with a recently fave song. This is a very good prompt. Okay, so I had a rough time to choose something, but in the end I'm going to go with the song Up from Kepler. This is basically their newest song in their newest album. It was released I think a month ago, and I really love this song. This song is just so fun, so summery, and because of it I'm going also to pick a summery book because this whole song is so summery. The music video is super summery, just the whole styling and the dance, everything screams summer to me. So because of it, I'm going to choose Heart Bones by Colleen Hoover. This book is on my summer TBR, and basically I don't want to know too much about it because this is a book by Colleen Hoover, which is probably my most favorite author. So I do want to go to it pretty blind, but from what I know, it's a YA story. We're following two teenagers. One of the teenagers is coming from a rich family, and the other one is coming from a poor family. So it's going to discuss this kind of situation. And I know that this book is the most summery romance that Colleen Hoover ever wrote, so it's definitely the pick for me, and I'm really excited to get to it. Okay, now let's go for the final spin. Let's see what I'm going to get. Black is good because it's a really easy color, so black is amazing. So finally, I chose a horror book because I really love horror. I got into horror only in 2021, but I really enjoy it, and I feel like horror is going to be one of the things that will really help me to get out of my reading slump. And for this book, I chose Dead Silence by S.A. Barnes. Now, this book was already previously on a TBR, and I didn't go to it until today, but it's basically a sci-fi and a horror because we're following a ship that is going into space or something like this, and the people on board get stuck on space, and it's supposed to be something with aliens. It just sounds like a really good book, really thrilling, and like you can see, most of the cover is black, like it's pretty blackish, so I feel like you can count it, and I just think that this book is going to be so good, and honestly it's about time for me to actually read it already, so I'm really excited to get into it, and I'm happy that I can include it in my August TBR. So this is my final August TBR, which I'm really excited to read. Like, 3 of the books are romances, which is amazing, and one of them I already know that I'm going to read in an audiobook. Also, I'm probably also going to read My Killer Vacation in an audiobook, and there is also a horror, and I feel like I didn't read horror in a while. So I feel like in overall it's a good TBR with a good selection of books, and I'm really excited to get into it. It's like very summery but also very casual at the same time, and yes, I'm super excited to get to all of those books, and I really hope that you enjoyed today's video and my August TBR game. Please let me know what you are going to read in August, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye everyone!